Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I am setting up my reading journal for April. So I'm going to be using a few things this month. I'm going to be using my Close to My Heart ink pads. I have Intense Black, Melon, and Desert. So I'll be using these three. I have a sticker sheet from Peppercut. I will link this below. I think it's super cute. This month I'm going to be doing a gaming type theme. I'm not really sure if that's what it's going to end up looking like when I'm done, but we'll see. I have several of my stamp sets that mention some type of gaming in it. Primarily I think I'm going to be using this one from PaperPersonShop. It's called Level Up. I also think I'm going to be using the words from this one, the Game Night stamp set. And then I have this book stamp set from PaperPersonShop called Bookish as well, just in case I want to put some book stamps in. I'm not sure if I'll be using this, but we'll see. Same with this one. There's a couple of words on here that I like, but I'm not 100% sure that I'll be using it. This is the Pieces of Play stamp set from Allie Edwards. So these might be options, but I don't know yet. And then I have this alpha stamp that I'm going to be using from Studio Calico. I don't know what it's called because it's not written on here, but I will link it below if it is still available. So for this month, I am going to be doing some doodly squares, if you can see my sketches. I have really enjoyed having everything on the 2 pages, so I don't have to do a bunch of flipping. So I've kind of relaid out my squares. I'm going to be adding back in a to be read section this month, and then I will have my stats, totals, and fave, and then I have 2 extra boxes over here. I'm not sure if I will be using those, but I liked having the extra box in my last month's spread. So let's jump right into it. I also have my my Pigma Microns in 005 and 02 that I will likely be using throughout the entire spreads here. So the first thing that I did here was use my Honey Alpha stamp set from Studio Calico to stamp out the letters for the month of April. Then I'm going to use my microns to do my outer border. For the outer border, I'm using the 0.05, and then for the smaller boxes on the inside, I will be using the 0.05. I'm kidding. For the outer border, I use the 0.2, and then I'll be using the 0.05 on the smaller squares on the inside. Some of those I'm going to round the edges, and then others I'll just leave sharp pointed edges. Once I get through all of the line work for my cover page, I'm going to alternate between a little bit of stamping and then a little bit of using some of the stickers from Peppercut. I will trim some of the stickers down to kind of fit in the boxes, and then use the trimmed off pieces in the smaller boxes that wouldn't fit any stamps or stickers. And then I'm also going to bring in my Tombow N89 marker and color in a few boxes before I am done with this cover page. One thing that I did forget to do this month that I have been pretty consistent about doing the last few months of the year is adding a monthly stamp to my cover page that I have been using to highlight the day if I read that day. I did just quite literally go in and do that off camera because I once again forgot, and we're already in April now. It's April 2nd as I'm doing this voiceover. But yeah, so that's added in now, but I did completely forget about it while I was actually doing my setup. So I am going through and pulling out some of the stamps from that Level Up stamp set from PaperPersonShop, and I'm going to populate some of my boxes with a few of those stamps, and then I'm going to choose a couple of stickers from this Peppercut sticker sheet. This sticker sheet is called Dreamy Gamer sticker sheet, and I do have it linked below if you're interested in it. I really loved the colors of it and just the cute little game console doodles, and I felt like the Desert Rose and Melon color stamp pads that I am using for this month looked so good with them. So I have all of that linked below if you're interested in it. And then once I get my shading added in a few boxes, we are jumping over to the next page. I'm going to do a similar setup on this next page where I'm using boxes and then smaller doodly boxes, and I have 4 sections set up: a to be read section, a stats section, a total section, and a fave section. I'm going to use once again that Honey Alpha stamp set to stamp out the titles of each section, but I'm going to do those in colors this time. So I will stamp 2 of the section titles in the melon color and then the other 2 section titles in the Desert Rose color. So once I get my boxes kind of straightened out and all done, then I will move into stamping. So while I'm getting my boxes finished up here, I would love to know if you have a to be read list for April and what your top 2 books are on your to be read for this month. I don't have anything picked out just yet, but I'm trying to read at least 5 books each month as of right now. I may just go through and read some of my books that I've got downloaded from my Kindle Unlimited already that I haven't yet read, but I don't have anything currently that I just really want to read. So let me know down in the comments below if you keep a to be read list, and if you do, what are your top 2 books on that list for the month of April. Alright, so moving on, I am going to begin my stamping. I'm going to stamp TBR and Fave in that melon ink, and then I'm going to stamp stats and totals in the Desert Rose ink from Close to My Heart. There is also an outline stamp that I will be using for my titles. I don't actually record the stamping of that. I'm just going to kind of transition over it, and you'll see a slight outline around all of my titles. It felt very repetitive to do both and basically be stamping the exact same thing, so I just kind of transitioned into it instead. I'm also going to do the same thing that I did on my cover page here, where I am pulling stickers and cutting them to fit in the boxes, and I'm taking the cut off pieces and putting them in my very tiny boxes that I'm not really going to be able to fit a full stamp or a full sticker in, so I'm using those trimmed off pieces so that they're not going to waste in those tiny little sections. This one that I'm putting down, the cat ear headphones, is my absolute favorite sticker on this whole sticker sheet. It actually matches the headset that I have that I play games with. I have the Razer Kraken Kitty headset, and it's my favorite. It's pink. So also the stamp on that Level Up stamp set that's primarily the reason I got it, because of that headset stamp. I'm going to stamp Gamer Girl in this box, and then I will pull I believe it's the playing sticker from the Allie Edwards Pieces of Play stamp set, and I'm going to stamp that repetitively in the remaining 2 boxes on the page, and I'm stamping that in the Desert Rose ink as well. So the next thing that I will be doing is just kind of adding a kind of title highlight line once I get these boxes shaded in to each of the sections. So I'll just do 1 line across each, And I believe that might be it. No, I'm also going to add grid lines to my remaining 2 boxes, my bonus boxes, if you will. Just in case I do want to use these boxes for something, and then if I don't use these boxes at all, then they're kind of decorated already and I can come in and stamp on them or do whatever. But after I get that done, I am done with my setup for April. This is going to be the last thing that I do. Let me know down in the comments what your favorite sticker off of that sticker sheet was. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye!